Hey, long time no see. I think it's been a week. Chilly couple of days over here. All my classic go-to spots kind of got snowed out. Shaved my head. Have a hat on that's a little too tight, but that's okay. I'm here. I was a little nervous, if I'm being honest with you. I kind of fell off the train a little bit. I wasn't posting videos. And I started to feel a little bit embarrassed with myself, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, had some other stuff, kind of processing a lot at the same time. But you know what? I'm here now, and that's what's important. It felt right. Felt like the right time. Herbal cig and sparkling hop water. It's nice. It's kind of weird tasting, like a La Croix or something. Anyway, got a lot. It's on my mind, but so it's been a month since I did the EMDR. My month anniversary passed. The heavy EMDR. I was doing it ahead of time, but yeah. Just gonna let this cart pass. So something that's been on my mind recently is how much I associated self-worth with making money. How much I associated the value I provide with how much money I'm earning, or if the activities I'm doing are producing money. I've never been great with money, saving it, understanding financial systems. I think I wrapped my head around the ideas, but I wasn't putting it into practice. And a lot of that came from the consistency, the showing up on a regular basis, the auditing the receipts, the checking your bank account on a regular basis. I fall behind on these things and then I get scared to look at them. I start to feel ashamed. I do the same with my email. When I think about why, right now I'm thinking about why. Oftentimes I'll just be afraid to check my bank account or afraid to check my email. That'll be enough for the negative spiral to kind of start, right? I feel bad about the fact that I'm 30 and afraid to check my email, or I'm 30 and afraid to check my bank account. It just starts spiraling downwards, right? So many people younger than you, so many people your age, so many people older than you have all this figured out. Why are you afraid of this? Why don't you have control of this? And I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll do a big Herculean feat and jump into it head first. And I'll clean it up. I'll get it all sorted. I'll put a plan together. But it's almost like a matter of time before it kind of gets back to that point. And it's kind of this innate dialogue, right? That it's like, oh, I'm bad at this stuff. And if that's all it ever is, if it's only ever this negative feeling that I'm embarrassed by, I'm never able to sit with it, care for it, nurture it. Not fully allow it to absorb me, but more like a caregiver for the feeling. And this came up because I also, I DJ, I do gigs, I'm still learning, I'm fairly new to it, but every day is kind of like a new opportunity for a lesson. I'm really trying to just kind of like throw my heart and soul into it, right? And what happens now, especially now that it's not as much a hobby, but it's actually something that I really want to take seriously, it presents kind of this new problem, which is that when I watch YouTube videos that used to inspire me, they've started to make me feel increasingly ashamed of myself. And it's made it really hard to engage with the stuff that I used to love. What do I mean by that? What got me into DJing was during COVID. I was watching people DJ from their bedrooms, and I was never a raver. I was never someone that went to clubs until later on in my life. I started to go to some DJ sets, but it was out of COVID because my relation to community has always been online. I played World of Warcraft, I played RuneScape, I joined clans, I joined guilds. I have so many memories with people. And that's because as a kid, I had a hard time connecting with people face to face, being authentic and vulnerable with myself face to face. But over text or through voice chats on Ventrilo, I felt like I could actually be myself, be authentically me in whatever weird version that was, whatever came up, whatever strange thing I wanted to say. And I would see Minecraft raves, and I would see Twitch live stream raves. And it's not just a person playing alone in their bedroom, it's a person playing for thousands of people live. I saw 100 Gex in Minecraft. I went to that concert, and it blew my mind because I was like, if this is the energy of a virtual one, imagine what a real one would be like. And it was only when I didn't have it, I started to kind of like crave that. I was like, wow, like I miss people. I miss connecting with people, and that must have been the most like meaningful connection you could do. Since kind of coming out of the lockdown period, I have gone to small shows, big shows, nightclub style things, which I don't like, raves, which I love. I love rave community. And does it tie to somatic stuff? Probably. These are the types of rabbit holes that I end up going down, but I think I'm hoping if other people connect with it, they'll appreciate these rabbit holes. But anyway, getting back to the point of the YouTube video I watched, I was watching it's like this elevator radio, I think. It's like this channel where someone DJs and then an elevator opens, some friends come in and dance, and they go off. And I saw someone who I have followed for, like, since that COVID time. I got really into them, and I've just seen them grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And typically that would make me so hype. I'd be like, I'd leave like some comment that would be like, dude, I got to see you playing bedroom sets in 2020, and I see you where you are now. This is fucking incredible. I'm so proud of you. You like, when I saw you playing in that bedroom, I fucking believed in you. And look at you now, dude. I'm so proud of you. Because that's what I feel when a small artist that I really love becomes successful. I feel proud of them. Like, not that I did anything to deserve feeling proud of them, but if I find a small artist that I really fuck with, I tell everybody. I'm so excited about it because I want the world to see what I see in them. And I feel that way about my friends, about my partner, about everybody. When there's something, incredible there, I want everyone to see it. But I didn't feel that way this time. I actually felt jealous. And it hurts when I say that, but it's the truth. I felt jealous. I was like, fuck, I've been doing this. I started this year. I did my first gig this year. Fuck, why am I not playing more sets? Why am I not taking this more seriously? Why have I not been able to just like drop everything and travel the world because it's so successful? Like, that's somehow how it works, right? Like, that's literally not, everyone's journey is different, whatever. But I felt this immense sense of jealousy of like, why not me? And not jealousy, there's like this Robert Pattinson thing where they were explaining a concept that doesn't really translate into English, which is like, you're jealous not of them, but of the thing they've achieved. Like, you want it as well. You're really happy for them, and you want the thing. I've never heard of that concept, And truthfully, even if I had heard of that concept, I wouldn't have really cared about it. But I felt this feeling of jealousy, right? And I instead of feeling terrible about myself for feeling jealous, which was what happens, I just kind of fucking sat with it, right? Like, for just a second, I sat with it for like, sorry, just gonna take a deep breath. Sorry, someone came by the table and I became increasingly self-conscious, so I just needed to kind of like reground myself there. Happy for myself for recognizing that though. Okay. I sat with that jealousy. I sat with that without feeling guilty about it. Just that it existed. That I felt jealous of this other artist. And eventually the feeling kind of went down. I centered myself. And then at that point, it kind of had become not this burning issue that is like on my brain. It became like a memory or a historical artifact that I could use to kind of reflect on. That might be a too high way of explaining it, but like, there's a difference between seeing an artist play a DJ set and going, fuck, I wish that was me. Fuck. Why am I not working on it? Fuck, whatever. Like, it's so like, versus, hey, a couple days ago I watched this DJ set and it made me jealous. You know, like the ability to say that with clarity implies that you've kind of removed yourself from it a little bit. Not in a judgy way, because I'm not bringing it up as like, oh, what a fucking loser I am that I did this. It's like, oh no, it's a thing that happened and it's okay. And then I watched that Robert Pattinson clip. It's funny how these things happen when you explain it like this. But I watched that Robert Pattinson clip where he says to the Hunger Games person, I'm blanking on her name. I cannot remember her name. Katniss Everdeen. She won an Oscar, I think, the acting one. And she was doing the lie detector test with him and said, are you jealous of my Oscar? And he said, no, I'm not jealous of you per se. I'm jealous of the Oscar or whatever. And then it was a secondary person explained that there's not really a word for that, but in other languages there are, where it's basically you're jealous of the object or the reward or the achievement, but you're not inherently jealous of the person, and how that can kind of like lift you up. Like you're like, it makes you more driven. And I actually started to see what I felt in a positive light instead of this judgmental, critical assessment type of way where I said I'm jealous. What it could actually be is I'm inspired, I'm motivated, I'm driven, I'm pissed off in a motivated way. The way I feel all the time where I hear a song or I watch a set and I go, fuck, I really want to make something. Fuck, this is really inspiring. It kind of shifted into jealousy, and that's okay, or at least that's how it hit me. But when I sat and reflected with it, it actually became kind of like a signal for something more meaningful, like almost like a direction. And when I sat with that and I said, okay, well, what is it making me driven to do? Why is this one getting on my nerves? Why is it getting on my nerves? And what I reflected on was that maybe it's the time to start really, like right now, this period where I'm off work and recovering and taking time for myself and feeling antsy in the sense that I don't have a thing to throw myself into. Maybe it's a chance, like maybe that energy level of motivation to act, that I'm resting and I feel rested enough to start interacting with an activity that can kind of engage my mind. That DJing can be that it was almost like a signal of like, hey, I think you've got the time, space, motivation, energy, and enough of a good situation here to really throw yourself into it fully. Like it becomes essentially the only thing you think about. Getting better and DJing become the only two things you think about, right? And I'm sitting at this coffee shop journaling this out, and I'm feeling so fucking inspired, right? Like I'm feeling so aligned with like the actions I'm thinking about doing, so aligned with like my soul, like the things I want to do. And I only got there by feeling a bad feeling, a feeling that hurt, a feeling that made me kind of like want to vomit. Yeah, it was a good reminder that feelings are signals. They're not something to feel terrible about. They're not something to bury down and hide. And it's funny how these things kind of piece together, but whatever. I'll just explain where I'm getting them so you can see how my brain is just ping-ponging all over the place. I was watching a couple of videos on the EMDR subreddit and the CPTSD subreddit, and there was one talking about the way parents punish kids or teachers or other kids or whatever. It was showing a kid crying and a mom sitting with the kid and soothing her own nervous system when she was getting triggered and pissed off and like wanting to tell the kid to be quiet. She was soothing her own nervous system. She's like, "Are you ready to stop?" He's like, "No." He keeps crying. She waits. She sees him start to calm down his own nervous system, right? And it's like, "Okay, are you ready to try again?" Yep. There's a lesson in that that's like, it's okay to feel a bad feeling, right? It's okay to cry. It's okay to stomp your feet and yell, because what you're doing is you're understanding what the feeling is and you're letting it pass through you. And the more comfortable you feel with that, the more times a kid throws a tantrum and you let them process the feeling or let the feeling be fully expressed, right? They're angry about a thing. They didn't get a thing they wanted, and now they're crying. You're teaching a kid that their emotions are not bad to feel. What you're teaching the kid is to be able to recognize the emotions and observe them. And over time, I'm sure that things change, and they don't throw a temper tantrum, but maybe they do for like 15 seconds instead of it being extended out and out and out because the emotion's not being processed, right? And that really stuck with me because I have been always, by every teacher, by every friend group that finds me annoying, by every whatever situation, "Evan, you talk too much. Evan, shut up. Evan, you're being too silly. Evan, take this more seriously. Evan, stop that. Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? Why can't you just be like this other person?" That teaches me that I can't feel those things. Or when I feel them, I need to shut myself up. Or I need to stop. Or I need to buckle it down. So I became good at identifying my feelings in the sense that, oh, I know I'm going to get punished soon. Almost like a Pavlovian response to the feeling. And it becomes like dire almost, like acknowledging that I feel that, acknowledging that I feel jealous of a DJ. Acknowledging that I become jealous of that DJ almost is like death. Like it's something to be embarrassed about, right? Like it's a negative feeling, and negative feelings are going to get me in trouble. It just kind of hit me as I was saying that what the original point was. So we're gonna loop back all the way to the thing I was saying early on, which was that I recorded a bunch of these videos in a row, and I was feeling incredible. I was feeling on cloud nine. Honestly, I love making these videos, even if nobody sees them. I love that people are seeing them. I'm so glad a couple people have left such incredible comments. Oh my gosh. Making me cry reading the comments, reading the responses. I have so much love for all of you. But even if this one, there's a glitch and nobody sees it, just going outside and talking into this camera has given me so much clarity, has helped me feel reaffirmed in myself. And if that teenage Evan could see these, I would hope it wouldn't fix all his problems, but I would hope it at least gives him like an anchor to look at and be like, hey, okay, like there are levels to feeling better that I could have not even conceived of. Truly. And I'm not at whatever point, I don't know, it fluxes and flows. Humans are on their own journey, but I basically saw like a good life for myself, or an existence that is deserving of needing to develop a mask and wear a mask. And actually, I'm realizing that by removing masks and getting closer to the original version of myself, that is what that intentional life is. It's that I deserve to exist, not a version of myself. It's that me in my most authentic state deserves to exist, right? So yeah, part of that was feeling disconnected from these videos. It was really windy outside. I had a busy couple of days. I didn't kind of have this chance to get outside and I guess I felt a little embarrassed advocating for it to other people in my life, to say, hey, I need to kind of carve out some space here because I want to go film something in the park. Maybe that's a negative way of looking at it. I'm not sure. But I left like an apology comment for somebody of like, hey, sorry I haven't posted in a couple of days, but I'm really looking forward to doing it. And that somehow like made it worse for me. I'll leave it up. I'm sure it's on one of the videos there. And it's not the person's fault because I don't even know if they mentioned it. I think it was that they subscribed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I haven't made another one. They feel so good to me, and also I really want to do them, but I just haven't had the chance. I'm kind of working through this thing. How do you communicate that? I don't know. I think I'm going to call it there. I'm feeling pretty good. If the weather permits, I'd really like to do another one of these outside. If the weather does not permit, maybe a car one, might be an at-home one. It's just, I want to go somewhere where I feel like I don't have to like put up a shield or anything like that. I think being this vulnerable or being this open, I guess, when I see someone else, I kind of like shell up. Just I still have like a heightened sense of being vulnerable in a space where other people can see me. And maybe that's the thing. Over time I could like record it in a mall or something, or being vulnerable like around other people. Maybe that's the like thing to develop, but at least right now I'm really enjoying it being kind of this private thing. So I'm not sure where it'll be, but wishing you all the best. I'm rooting for you. You deserve to exist. Have a good one.